Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Can you ask other to join quickly? Devesh, good morning. Prachi, good morning. Yeah, Abhishek, good morning. Are you facing any issue while working in JavaScript and all? Or we are good so far? Start others. Hey, Mani, good morning. Pratik, good morning. Pratik, can you ask other to join quickly? Yeah, I got error with JavaScript. What is the error? Where is Lokendra? Lokendra, say good morning. 1 minute. I need to look into one call. 1 minute. Sorry, I got one important call. So, can you ask here Dushyant also? He also can join. Let me share my screen quickly. So, Mani, what is the error message that you are getting? Can you share that one so that we can quickly start? Unable to get value types of error. No, just download the error message and you can share that information. Maybe if you are getting error, it means you are trying something. And if you are try to resolve those issue, maybe you may get more, insight. Are you able to see my screen? So here, uh, we are trying to retrieve some information from one method here. So this is the namespace. Namespace based JavaScript, we have discussed this one last session. We were facing some issue last time. We are not able to get some information. So I have checked, like, because we have here added this namespace at here triple layer. First one, second one, and third one. So we need to define this namespace also, so that we can handle here namespace as null. So suppose this is the method. Suppose if we are try to remove this lead management and we are directly calling suku dot lead new, then this particular line is not needed. If we are adding one more line here, so we need to add this particular namespace also. Suppose here, why this particular one is needed here? Suppose here, if I need to define something else also. Suppose I had created one more uh, information, maybe. Suppose lead equal to how to define inside multiple namespace here under one namespace. Here I can define another onload function, form onload. So here inside same library, I can define n number of even the library here. So this is separate library here. How to call those particular library here? Suppose if I need to write another form load here and another set name, we will not do here. Copy this function. So we heard, like, inside the same function or same class, we should not give the same function name. Why? Because it's very difficult to identify the function name if we have duplicate name. So that is the compile error, or that is here we will get. This is not the compile error, but this we can get these types of error whenever our load is that code is running. It means runtime error we can get. So here, suppose if we have a number, multiple uh, uh, function defined here, so this particular section or this particular piece of code is completely separate here, and this particular piece of function here is completely different. So here, this particular area, we have defined a separate namespace here. So here lead is lead new, and here lead, it will be a separate function. And suppose if I need to call a separate function from in this particular place, so I need to call this one to as suku dot lead management dot lead new. So if I'm calling here as a lead new, it will call function from this particular space, this particular section. And if I want to remove this one here, so you can see I can get only this section associated field, or the those section here, execution context, and I can call this one. So what is the benefit here to make this particular library as a namespace? Suppose I have created one common library. which I can call uh, lead. Let me save it first. So what is the benefit here? We can even use our coding in this particular method as well. But what is the drawback here if we are utilizing these types of coding? We have to call this web resource across all the form, and also we cannot, even if this particular functionality we cannot reutilize even across different place. Suppose I need to call this particular form on load function, so I cannot call this function inside another namespace or another place, another file. But even if I have added this particular file inside the form on load, inside the form on load means, suppose here in this particular form level, try to understand this point. This is very useful and critical. So here in form library, if I have called this library, I have added this library into the form level, and there is another library also. I can add that library here as well, and I can call other functions which I have defined as global library. Suppose set name. Suppose here I have utilized this function as set name. So I can call this function across all other place as well. All other place as well means even I have created another library. Let me try to create new library. Control O, Control O, Control U. The lead management, I can call a new library as opportunity management. Maybe. Okay, opportunity management, opportunity management, and here O double P, opportunity. Okay, so here let me remove another functions. I can remove unnecessary other functions here. I just want to show you like what types of capability we have here. Let me remove this one also. Okay, I have showcase. Suppose this is a separate library I have created. This separate library is for opportunity management. So inside this opportunity management, if I want to call a function here, suppose what types of function we may have here. Here indirectly I cannot call that one, but I can set this one where it is. This one, it will accept only execution context. So this is your execution context. It is accepting execution context, right? Right. So here I can call it as this function. So what happened? I have created a okay. Let me try to create a new library also. Not only here, even in opportunity form also. Okay, let me add that table into the form. No, not here. I have to add a new tables. tables, opportunity, okay, opportunity which form we have, opportunity form, why I'm checking this particular form is here opportunity. Okay, here we have opportunity form. Okay, let's add that one into sales insight. So we have that one. Yes, sales insight. Okay, add that form as sales insight. Form, go to the form, sales insight, and even opportunity also I can add here. Okay, let's create a new web resource as well for opportunity. Okay, let's create JavaScript type opportunity main library.js. Control chat. I can set display name, language as English, or this is the opportunity JS. We are trying to discuss here the benefit of namespace based coding. In this particular form, so now we are trying to understand the code reusability so that I can define that particular code in one place and I can call that one into multiple places with the help of this namespace. I can add both the library here, lead management or lead main library. Why I need to call both the library? Because I'm utilizing other library as well. This one we have created recently. Okay. Now, in this particular form, let's try to add onload function. We are calling onload function from opportunity main library. Okay. In opportunity main library, what is the function name here? Function name here is this one. Okay. And dot, what is the name? Form onload. Function name will be here form dot onload, and we are passing one parameter. Why? Because here we are passing one parameter here. Okay, let's save it. So what happened here? We are setting. We are calling this particular. We are not calling here this set name. We are calling this particular function from this particular library because suku dot lead management dot lead new dot set name. And instead of this one, we can even add a alert method as well. So, but let's see. Maybe if name is not there, it will display a error because if in the opportunity level, okay, instead of this one, let's comment out this one and alert. Alert. call from lead js. This is just we are adding a additional comment here, and let me add into the web resource. This is lead main library. Open it. We have to do publish all one time. So what happened now? What we are trying to utilize here? We are calling one JavaScript namespace from another JavaScript namespace. So we have two web resource here. One is opportunity main library, and another is lead management here, lead main library. So this one we need to upload. Yes. Okay. Now let's do publish all one time, because we have done changes in the form level. We have done some changes in the JavaScript level. So let's wait for some time. Meanwhile, let me open the chat section if someone try to ask any questions. In the JS, I'm facing runtime error when I'm trying to get value of lookup field. What types of lookup you are, if you try to read some value from lookup in the same form? I already told you how to get lookup value. We already discussed that particular part even in the load one function. So if it is a lookup, how to get that lookup value? This is a transaction currency field. So here we are reading object of that particular lookup value. So this is lookup object. We are checking if that object is available in the form level. If that object is not blank here, we are checking this particular information, and then we are trying to get the value from that lookup value. Why? Because if that lookup contain value, and then we are trying to get the lookup id here, dot id dot 0 in 0 index of that particular one, and then currency name. So here lookup object value dot name, because if that lookup is having value, then only we are getting reading that information. So likewise we can retrieve that lookup value here. We already discussed that one, right, Raji? I'm not sure how you are trying to get that one. Maybe you can share that information here, and then we can proceed further. So maybe here, Fajal, you are also getting the similar types of issue, right? So you can get lookup value object, and maybe here, because I'm checking here the option set value also. So likewise, you can retrieve that value, and even we have showcased how to set that value, how to get that value. So even in the same time, so other also getting the similar issues. Lokendra, have you tried? No? Dushyant, I'm not able to see Dushyant here. And even uh, here, who else? Ritik also I'm not able to see. They know everything. Will try. Oh, great. You have not tried. Okay, so let's. I think this is published now. Let me try to do hard refresh. Let me try to open this one. If you are not trying, you are not willing to learn new things. Maybe you may have a number of problems you can justify, you can give justification. Hey, my internet is not working. I was very busy in my day to day life. I am very busy with my friends, opportunity management. Where is that leveraging? We have added into the sales insight or which particular place? On load method enabled. Why? This is not saved yet. That's the reason. Let's save and publish it. It is showing here save and publishing. There are some error by publishing. So why? Save again. Let's try one more time. Okay. Okay. Let's do one hard refresh. Then we can try. Okay. Anything, any other item that you may face issue during your implementation time? Just speak now. This is the time that you have to speak. I am also learning. It will not help you to increase your skill set. I always prefer to keep learning, but you also need to learn something. If you have anything, you have to ask. So that at least I can see someone, if someone utilizing this time and you selected any code interview, maybe if you have attended a number of interviews, you have at least something like, hey, we already covered those points here. This time, this session especially for technical person, technical developers. We may face a number of problems, but now it's published. Hey, now see the magic. When it is published, that alert or pop-up is coming. See, this is opportunity. And that alert message we have written in the main library. But here you can see we called only opportunity lead management. Opportunity management library. We have not touched anything whatever we have in the lead management. We have not written this message. Where is that message? Call from lead. Yes. This message is available here in the lead management, and even especially in this particular section, not in the another function here. This function also available. Maybe here I can also call the another function also. So where it is, this is alert function. Maybe I can call this function as well. How to call that one? Let's call from lead function new section. Okay, so now we will get new method, new function also. I'm calling, I'm updating this particular library. Which library we are updating here? Lead management. Okay, open lead management. So likewise, we can define some global library. I will also tell you one function. Suppose I want to restrict user to fill dates in one scenario future date, in another scenario past date. So if user try to enter, user can see option to select previous date, but they cannot enter that value. So what I have to do here, let me just update this one first, and I will show you. Updating. So meantime, another web resource where it is, we have two web resource. We need to go lead. Where is that? Opportunity main library. Okay, in opportunity main library, what we have to do? So we have updated this one. So this is opportunity main library. Okay. So here we are calling method, this method from. Okay. Now we have to call the second section from here. So here we have namespace as lead, not lead new, and that same name, set name. Here instead of new, because in first one we have different function. Now, so oh, now here I'm calling one function, I'm calling from upper section, and another function is calling from another section here. Okay, so let me update this opportunity mail library also. Be attentive. I can ask anything from our development team. So be proactive. This is very weird message sometimes. Let me reload it. Then maybe this issue may be resolved. If you are here, you have to be here 100%. If you are getting any important call, maybe just leave it. What happened? Yeah, that we can do. This is native alert method. I will tell you. Hey Nadeem, you are not late joining. Just try to join on time. Yeah, let me upload it. Okay, so let me publish it also. This is also updated and this is publishing. Let me try to publish this one also. Okay, now what we are trying to achieve here, we are calling those two functions from two different section, even different namespace. This is another namespace and this is another namespace from different namespace here. So likewise, we have to go for namespace based method instead of going into this particular method, right? Is this very difficult to write in this manner? Yes or no? Mr. Asutosh Pandey, where is Pandeyji? I just want to request everyone to even utilize this time so that at least you have to work in that manner. Whatever you are learning here, you have to utilize in your day-to-day work. Yes, Nadeem. I'm with you. Okay. Call from JS. One more time. Call from JS. A just to add difference. Is there any? Oh, this is not published. Yes. Okay. Let's to publish. That's why that notification is not coming because this code is not published. Oh, sometimes this become FOPA. You know characteristic of FOPA in different marriage. Maybe some of the candidates you know this word. Another import. Who is doing import here? Is this Microsoft? Let's see. Who is doing import here? Fail. Who is importing here? Oh, culprit is Microsoft here only. Microsoft doing some import from backend, right? You can see here. Suppose if you are getting that those types of issues, so even you can check in the solution history. What's going on? Why our records are failing? So here you can see history, and then you can check who published, who is doing import. So till the time this import is not completed, I think we cannot do publish also. Here also we are getting this method. So now Microsoft is stopping us to do publish here. See, you can see n number of constants here. Now words is stopping here. Sometimes Microsoft, sometimes Middle East war. So there are so many barrier here. And there are some person even they are creating issues from their side itself. They don't want to even learn. I have to push every time. Hey, how much time? Today is Monday and still they post those solution from backend. They have to schedule all those activity in the weekend only. Microsoft agent availability status they imported when it is done 13th 4, it means today only. Then why they are importing again? Is there any other version? Same version. Why they are pushing multiple times? They have to do only publish here. Oh, publish is failing. That's why they are doing again import. Now we have to try. See, you are getting those issues. Suppose if you are getting those issues, it is not like you cannot read those message here. You have to be read all those message so that at least you should know what's going on. Cannot start the requested operation publish all because there is another import running at the moment. So if you have seen this message, so you understand what is going on in the backend. Someone is trying to import. So sometimes you are, stopping like, hey, we are getting this error. Now what to do? Even you are not reading this, you are not able to read this message sometimes, and you are, you are not able to even proceed. What is the issue here? What is going on? First you have to read that message carefully so that at least you have to do some basic r&d. Suppose if even I'm very beginning stage, so what, as per my understanding, what I have to do, I'm not able to read this message, so I can even simply open a chat gpt and I can ask for this group, what could be the possible issue for below mentioned error. It will even give you the proper information what's going on. The platform allow only one solution operation at the time, like import, export, publish, delete. Your publish all failed because an import operation is still running on. Possible cause: another solution import is actively in progress. Someone else or you another session started an import. Large solution can take several minutes or longer. Most common and harmless cause: a previous import got stuck, import failed silently, or the hanging system is still thinking it's running. This is very common in managed environment. Background system job is still processing, async service delay or backlog. So it is showing all those. And even see here, what you should do, step check solution history that we already did. We can check the solution history. Even if you are not able to understand like how to do that one, even it will show here solution under solution history and then look for running import. So here I can see here, see solutions, so see solution, see history, and I can check here what's going on. Failure, and even it is showing uninstalling. Oof, oof. Likewise, you have to be increase your debugging capabilities. Got it? Cannot start. Now what to do? We stuck here. Okay, let me try to give one more till the time this activity is completed. What we have to do, less time maybe, it will take 2 3 more minutes now, but we can, I'm telling you what is our next approach here. See, what is the error, or what is we are planning to achieve here? One function we have to create, one function, create one JS function, one global JS function. JS means JavaScript function which will restrict user to fill future date in the form and set value as blank if someone selected future date. Need to call this JS function on change of that date function. Okay, this is one requirement. Another requirement here is create a global JS function which will restrict user to fill past date. Someone selected past date. Need to call this JS function on change of that date field instead of function. Okay, so this is our requirement here. So now there are some person here, what they will do, they will ask this requirement from the prompt and they try to achieve that requirement. Prompt or AI agent, they know, mostly they know everything, but why you try to guide them like, hey, you can utilize this one. It's better you can try to achieve this one from your side so that you can learn. I'm trying to change this FLD instead of field. FLD I'm entering. There are some limitation here. Okay, another one here is okay. So this is two types of option we have, but I need to create a global function and then I need to showcase that one. Okay, so let me check if that solution history issue is resolved or not, so that I can publish and I can show you. Import is running. Why Microsoft is doing all those import at this time? Let's try this time. Okay, so let me, not possible. Okay, let me try to create a new web resource here. And I can tell you, maybe I am not able to publish that one, but I can save it. Maybe I can define that namespace here as, first I need to write a namespace here, this one, this one. Okay, I have defined this namespace, right? Similarly, you can do the copy paste, the namespace. So here, instead of lead management, I can define here global function. Similarly here I can do these types of, okay, suppose in global function date related that date validation, I can create one function here, a space global function. This is very important part. So like here I can create one global function. How to create a namespace? Here I can do similar task like copy paste. Okay, here maybe set function, or I can remove this one. Maybe once needed, we can perform some logic. Here on change validate future date, right? So now I can remove here everything, right? So what I can do here, suppose if I need to perform some logic, so I need here a validation. Suppose I'm creating this one as a global function. So I need here execution context or and a field name. Why field name is needed? Because I need to execute or I need to check the current date and time for that particular field. Okay, so how to get that particular information? So I need the schema name of that particular field so that I can check. Okay, so I can check that one. Similarly, I can write another function for past date. Okay, on change validate past date. Similarly, like what console.log will do, it will log information in the console level. What is console here? I will tell you. Let's do it quickly, but I'm not sure if we can do this particular testing, but at least we can understand. Okay, so here this is field name. Now here we can take help from ChatGPT. Create future date validation function. This is even okay. So let's try to utilize this particular information here. Here. Okay. So I'm trying to update that information here, and let's try to understand what's going on. So this field name we are passing from the console. This field information. So attribute this will get from here, whatever we have here. This field level information we are passing, and we are checking if that particular field attribute is not available in the form level, we can return that one. Okay, selected date attribute dot get value, we are getting that value here in this particular variable. clear previous notification. If we have any notification here, so clear notification, what it will do, I will tell you here. This particular notification, how to add that notification. If selected date is not blank, so we are checking current date as today date, and we are setting the current date and time as 00, and here in the we are normalizing this particular current date here, and we are checking if input date. What is the input date here? Input date as selected date. Selected date, if it is less than here, so we are adding the control notification here. So control notification here is field name. Let's see, and even optional clear the value. We can clear the value. Set value attribute. Where is attribute value here? And set value is null. That we already added that one. Set value as null. Okay. So similar method, or we have added here whatever I have showcased you. Where I have showcased, where I asked, I added that information in the here. We have to set the blank value. So similarly, we have set the blank value. Okay. Now this function we have to change here in the form label. So for past validation, okay, past validation here, same thing, only here instead of this icon, I can add this one, and date must be in past, or we have added reverse, date must be in past, future date error, set value as blank. That's it. We have added both the function here. Okay, let's try to call this function here. Okay, how to create a new method here? What we have to do? We have to create a new web resource. Let's try to do that one if we can achieve that one. If that publishing is done, we can check. Let's try to create a new function, new common library, web resource, JS, and what we have written this namespace global function. Name equal to this one. What could be the code here? Now you can understand how fast we are doing our development work. If you know how to utilize our AI agent and how to add those understanding into our code and how to call, if we have good understanding, so let's see if we have any field in the form level or maybe lead level. So let's see if we have any field in the lead level related to the date. Let's close those items here. Do we have any field here? What types of validation we may have related to lead level? So let's create those field as well, so that we can add one maybe for future date validation, DOV. Maybe dob, maybe we can create for future validation. Dob, date of date and time, date only, and no, we cannot do anything at this moment. So let's wait for tomorrow. Otherwise, cannot request operation entity customization because another import is running. Okay, let's do further, discussion, or maybe if you have any query, because I have created this function as a global function, and only you have to do one thing. You need to pass that schema name, whatever field. If you need to add this particular field, so first you need to pass execution context, and in the single quote you have to pass that field name. Maybe here we may have that field name as maybe if you have added new or dob, so you need to pass that one under one single quotes, and then you can read that field schema name and you can perform that logic here. Okay, let's try maybe tomorrow, and then we can achieve like how this naming convention will comes into the picture, and why we have to go for this naming convention only. Do not use this function architecture only. We someone try to achieve, with their laziness. Why this laziness? Like, why you cannot use this only 2 3 common functions? Like, if I need to go for any naming convention, just copy paste this one, that's it, and add this line of code, and then use this function. If you have created only one javascript methodology in your working environment, then you have to do only just understanding, like, hey, I need to change this one, and I need to change this particular items, and where I have to go for that change, and then I can reuse this one. This is very neat and clean, working methodology here. Due to some only laziness, like, we are going for this function method, hey, we are just keep adding, and even some of the resource I have seen, they are trying to add their method like whatever they want to add here. Even I have seen some of the javascript function, like, they are keep adding lines of code here only. In a single function they can return like anything. Why you have not written a piece of code in different functions, and you can reuse the this particular methodology? Like, I can define a onload function here, and whatever logic I can separate it out in separate place, I can call those method here itself, so that even if someone try to add some their add-on logic, they can create a separate logic and they can call even in the multiple place. That is the best practice that we have to achieve. And if you have to follow, this is your day to day activity. It is not like everyone, your manager, keep asking, like, hey, follow this particular approach, follow. Why you are not following this one? This is the additional burden, that if we are not following this one, your I'm not sure how to express my feelings, but you have to follow all those activities. Okay, so due to some ongoing import activity from Microsoft, yeah, not able to perform any other item, but try to do at your site in your environment. Okay, so try to create two functions, those functions whatever I have shared with you, and give me thumbs up if you are able to understand this one. You are here, or you are just sitting here, or you are going outside. Are you good? Any doubt before closing the call? Just try to add your emotions, your suggestions. What to do. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your suggestion, for your time. Let's connect tomorrow. Thank you, Yogendra ji. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a good day. Happy Monday. Yeah, Prachi, try it. It will. This is very useful information even. If you are keep tracking, working here in this particular day-to-day activity, you will learn a lot here. I can make sure that you will get a lot more knowledge like a 5 or 6 year candidate experience now in a day is having, because they don't have proper understanding, proper knowledge, or proper working knowledge like how to achieve that part. But I need your help, your support, your time, your important time. Okay, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow on same time. Thank you, everyone. Bye.